to convey thank yous, because we've been in a building that Rotary built coming, I think, 18 years. So, and that's, in my perspective, rent-free, which is awesome, though we do maintain that building. And it's been quite a transition over the years, watching executive committees of the Chamber come, go, change, and their perception of what our agreement with Rotary is, which I understand very well. This is my 20th year with the Chamber of Commerce. So when you get rent-free, you look after the building. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that. We understand that. So thanks very much for that. Also, congratulations, because I understand this is your 20th year as a Rotary Club. And I got to tell you a story, because in 1992, I was hired by a fellow by the name of Henry Boychuk, who was working with Sunrise International. Many of you will remember Ken. And I was a bartender for Joe at the time over at Boston Pizza. And I said, I got to get out of this industry. Single mom with 3 kids, you know, I got to get a day job. So I applied to the Sunrise International, and Henry hired me because of my vast array of experience, which we won't go into right now. That one of these days we'll have that conversation. I was I worked with Jerry and Henry forming the original list for the invitation for the first Rotary Club. And I remember sending out those invitations, so it's near and dear to my heart to know that we're still here 20 years later. That's awesome. I started with the Chamber, I said 20 years ago, and it was Sunrise International that got me into the Chamber of Commerce, and Jim Denny. I started with their board of directors about I'm going to say probably 93. And I spent 8 years on their board, 2 years as president. Left Sunrise and started some own business of my own, and was asked in 2007 to come back as their executive director. The Chamber wasn't going in the direction the board wanted it to go in, and I live and breathe Chamber of Commerce, so I did come back, and been there coming 6 years. So I got to tell you, they're a pretty vibrant group. When I joined the Chamber, we had 432 members, and now we're just kind of fluctuating around that 600. And we're doing some pretty amazing things, but part of when we reevaluate what we're doing, a lot of our members don't understand the value of the Chamber. They know it's good business practice. They know it's corporate responsibility to be our member. But one thing we don't do is we don't tell people what we do. You know, we're probably one of the only chambers in the province, or one of very few chambers, I should say, in the province, that have a really good rapport with the Alberta Chambers of Commerce, know that board on a first name basis, sit on their policy committees, are asked for opinions, can go to the Canadian Chambers of Commerce, and we're on their policy committees, and we interact with their CEOs, know Karen Beatty by name, and go and have a cup of coffee with them. I think that's pretty good advocacy work for this chamber to put Spruce Grove on a map that says, you know what, our economics in our region is defined by how business operates, and we take that to every level of political influence we can. The other thing that this chamber does very well is we provide a number of networking opportunities for our members. We continually ask what those might be. So we have general meetings, business after hours, picnic in the park, things that the chamber, different businesses who keep different hours can attend and network and meet other people. In like-minded businesses or in value-add businesses that will complement them. When Angus talks about what we do with visitor information, we've been in that business since Rotary Club put us on that highway, which is great. We have thousands of people come through that park every year. That park is beautiful. It's a great relationship too, because it's city-owned property. Rotary maintains the park. Chamber maintains the building, and it's nice to see those partnerships happen too, because that's one thing that our chamber is really good at. We partner very well. Whenever there's a project or a program that we're looking at doing, it's like, okay, are we an island unto ourselves? No. So we partner with Stony Plain, Liberty, partnered with WEBA for the first time last year with an Employment 2012 symposium that we facilitated. And we're doing some really great partnering. We also have a good rapport with all three municipal councils and their administrations, the town, the county, and the city. And that's something that was a learning curve for us because, you know, personalities sometimes get in the way, and you think you get more things done by being that advocate that always seems to be fighting City Hall. But we learned over the last few years that, you know what, to sit down in a respectful environment and get much more done in the community. And we've been able to open those doors and have some genuine conversations about how we see growth in this region. So our chamber is doing some fairly high-end things. But we're sitting at 600 members, and our retention rate is about 87%. So we're losing those 60 members every year, but we're gaining a few back. And retention at that level isn't so bad. But we feel that we're not showing our value and we're not in front of our public enough to get them to understand that all these wonderful things we're doing is for the benefit of the growth of the community. So one of our challenges is definitely that building. And we can't entertain our colleagues in the building. We have no meeting space in the building. When our visitors come and visit us over the course of the summer, we get more than 3 people in there. We're tripping over each other. We don't have any storage. We can't maintain the volume of visitor information that the Alberta Visitor Information Centers, whom we're a member of, expect us to have. Sometimes we have some issues mechanically, physically in the building. And like I said, we did take care of that. This last year we spent $2,600 on the building, which isn't a huge amount of money. A little bit of furnace work, some public toilet work, we had a sewer backup, you know. But there are some issues with the building, some challenges. And still with heat, air conditioning, fixed the electrical, so we don't have those fluctuating lights anymore, which is kind of cool. So we're sitting there, and a staff of 2.5 full-time for the Chamber of Commerce, when comparable chambers our size have 6 full-time employees. And if you can imagine, we are doing the work of 6 employees in that office. We can't grow staff if you don't have the facility to do that. So we've got a lot of challenges on our horizon, but we've got a board that's very proactive. For the first time probably in my 20 years as a chamber member, we're going into fundraising mode because we need a bigger facility. What I'm here to talk to Rotary about today is to set your mind, in your mind, and you can ask questions if you'd like to, but we'd like to be able to build a bigger building on that site. We're not asking you for money, we don't want your money. Rotary does some great things in this community that's really important, and your money spent on a building in that park is not valuable to the community. We have resources. We are the business membership group in the community. We know how to fundraise. We have some fairly affluent large business as our membership. And the other thing that's happening in the province right now is under Travel Alberta. Some of these Alberta Visitor Information Centers are moving off the highway. So we'll see Red Deer disappear within the next few years. They're going to move it internal to downtown Red Deer. Calgary's already in the Calgary Tower downtown. The only thing that's really left on the highway servicing central Alberta right now is the Gateway. We don't know what they're going to do right now. So we are in an absolutely prestigious position in a priority growth area on a highway in a beautiful park. And we know as a Chamber of Commerce we can access grant money for the purpose of expanding a building that is much needed on that site. So that's kind of why we're here today, telling you, we work with our MPs, we work with our MLAs. We can source out those kind of funds needed and fundraise. So we're looking at 3 to 5 years out, but we'd like to open that line of communication with the Rotary Club and talk about what the future of a building on that site would look like. And I'm talking about 3,000 to 3,600 2-story. Yeah, so I'm going to leave you with that information today. I could talk about the Chamber forever. rare occasions we'll get maybe a half a dozen out of the Edmonton. Those are the ones that are the retention problem issue. They come, they go, they come, they go.
Yeah, I'm just really excited to hear some of this talk for the expansion. I know that back in the day when I was president, you know, there were discussions and things didn't quite go anywhere. And I just think that we've got a gem in having you at the visitor center tacked onto our park, I guess. So thank you for the work you do for you know, in our Rotary area, but particularly for the whole community, the wider tri-community.
I guess the other thing I should qualify too, thanks for that, is that we don't just serve visitors coming in and coming through the community. We're probably the front door, you know, 3 to 4 times a day we have new residences that are coming into the chamber, picking up the resource book and a phone book and asking questions about where do I find this, where do I find that. So we're pretty good at doing that too. Actually, the other day somebody phoned from Cedar Beach, said my house burned down. Where do I go to dump all my burnt insulation and metal? And so, believe it or not, we knew what to do.
I'm bringing it down.
Did anybody else have any comments or questions? Or yes, Tony?
Do you have any timeline in terms of when you would see a draft architectural plan?
We've got one in the works, but I'm sure you know, like anything else, it's not necessarily what it'll end up looking like. You know, because I think there's the needs assessment probably would have to be done. Rotary needs a meeting room too, so we understand that. But what it would look like, yeah, we'll have a pretty picture probably within the next week to 10 days. Yeah.
I would love for us to meet in a modern meeting room, somewhere around the 21st century.
You've spoken with the city relative to the water situation.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, we have been in conversation with the city of Spruce Grove, and we know we've got some struggles with the development land that's actually directly north of the building on the other side of the highway. So the city has said that should we come to some kind of terms with Rotary that we could be moving forward, they would look at running water sewer under the campsite road from the Walmart area. And they're very definite about at their cost. So that would be very helpful to the site. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, that what was that? The officer, the development officer that we were talking to, who did that. Dave Walker. Yeah, he talked to me about that. We were doing the person of the year, Spirit of the City Award, and he mentioned that too to me, that they would probably just bring the sewer across, and they're very willing to do that. It becomes an enhancement to the city. So from what I'm getting about this whole visitor center, the city wants it, the chamber wants it. Are we on board with it? That kind of thing. So yes.
Do you think it would have a furnace?
Well, maybe it'll be one of these green buildings, or how we run on chipmunks or something. Yes,
Well, could it maybe be an opportunity for us to look at what our needs are as well, as far as
yes,
we
exactly.
need no more storage or more whatever.
Exactly. That's what we need to get our major projects, which is one of the things I've been trying to. Alan Paulwich has kind of been taking care of that, but he's been so busy up in Fort McMurray lately that he hasn't been able to get around to taking care of this. We do have a major projects committee that he's put together, but I haven't. I don't know if they've met or what anything that's been happening with that. So that's one of the things that we'll be taking care of in the new year going forward. informally, they've been talking with myself. I'm also a chamber member with the business. So, and we go over there to just begin talking about things. And they've been